Alright, so in today's video, I just want to show this bench variation I've really been enjoying. Dare I call it a secret variation to blow up your bench press. And what it is it's a bench with no arch. I'm literally rounding my upper back in the bottom. And pretty much the whole time, I'm basically protracting my scapulas throughout the whole range of motion. And it feels great. First time I tried it, I just got an insane chest pump. And every time since then, I've also gotten an insane chest pump. But recently, I've noticed that my shoulders feel better. And they didn't even hurt before I did it. But they just feel even better now. I've been doing some dips. And, I haven't been having sternum pain with those. And so all around, it just seems to be kind of freeing some stuff up in the shoulder girdle. So I'm pretty excited. And alongside that, I had a super easy 270 for 10 bench. Which was great because my best ever is 280 for 10. So hitting that first week of the volume cycle is pretty crazy. So I'm just showing that no arch bench press right now, and then I'm going to get into the bro workout that I had with some homies later on. But yeah, as you can see, I still use leg drive, but it's literally just no arch in the upper back. Even in the bottom, I'm not arching it, which felt really weird at first, but it's crazy. It's like chest isolation. It's amazing. But it's definitely building some power, I feel like, off the chest. Like when I do a normal bench, I just feel like strong. I just feel like the best way to describe it is I just feel powerful. I just feel like I can push away like any amount of weight. And my shoulders feel better. I feel more in control. So obviously this is a time lapse, which might have been kind of dumb, but me and my friends lifting. They hit like 235 for some sets. They're pretty strong. I've coached both of them to a 315 bench. And these are the most noteworthy things in the time lapse was this single right here at 270. And then I did the 270 for 10.
Oh, yeah,
which is pretty crazy. As you can see, I'm setting up, doing my usual thing. I got my homie in the back. But like I said, I've coached both these dudes to a 315 bench.
Easy.
At 18 years old. I think the dude behind me is actually 17. But yeah, like I said, like this is easy. I felt like I could have done like 3 sets of 10 with this, but just trying to manage to, keep the shoulders healthy. But on the coaching standpoint, if you guys want any coaching, definitely hit me up and I'll find a way to get you some of that. But back to the time lapse, we just doing bench and chin superset, an amazing superset. I always do it. And it's how you get a big back, honestly, just a big upper body in general, because it's easy to prioritize both of them, and it's good for your work capacity, which is kind of the secret. I was working with about 205 with 1 minute rest for a 5x10, and that really sucked. They were doing, I think, 185, and yeah, we were all kind of dying here. No rest, just doing pull-ups, then bench. Took us about like 10 minutes. Then we got into some stiff leg deadlifts, and they didn't go too heavy because they don't usually mix, upper and lower, kind of do a full body thing. But this was my 355 for 5, really fast. And I'm very confident that I'll be able to hit something pretty big on these, hopefully like 500 pounds relatively soon. I don't want to rush the progress because that never seems to help anything. But yeah, so after this 355 for 5 stiff leg deadlift, did 405 for a double. And past the knee, I'm super strong on these. So yeah, these are feeling good, and my back is feeling good. Hamstrings are getting strong from all the Nordic curls, and that's pretty much the video. Definitely try that bench variation. Definitely hit me up for coaching if you want a big bench. Definitely feeling like 315 for 10 is on the way. And yeah, I hope you all have a good one. I'm just hitting some curls right here. Doing sets of 20, and yeah, have a good one.